Guys, look what's here. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for being here today. I have just received my Uniquely Creative subscription kits and I'm so excited. So I thought I would take you through what I got, my thoughts, and come on. Look at this packaging. Look at it. It's adorable. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so first is my Storyteller subscription, and then secondly is the main kit subscription. So let's go through the Storyteller. So in the April Storyteller, we get these faux flowers. We get more of the embellishments, the clear pearls. We get the lace embellishments. We, of course, get the book, which I will go through in just a second. We also get a textured piece of paper, another like corduroy paper. Okay, so looks like we are getting the follow-on from last month's collection. The team have come out recently at Uniquely Creative and have given us a description of the Storyteller kit, that sometimes you will receive similar or the same or a combination of paper that was in other kits, so other main collective kits you will receive in the Storyteller. That was really nice of them to confirm that that was the case. It just makes it a little bit easier, I think, going forward to work out whether or not Storyteller is something that you like. For me personally, the papers are amazing, and in one of my last videos you guys possibly will have seen my album that I created using the Uniquely Creative papers, the Traveller Kit collection, and I had an absolute blast making it. As you can see, the paper is just stunning. The images are stunning, but the paper, the way that it cut, what I was able to do with it. This is two different collections. This one is from the Industrial collection and this one is from the Travelers collection. And I just find that you can play around and combine and match up different kits to what works. But let's go back to this and let's have a look at the papers that we got. I think I said it in my last video and I'll say it again. These type of pages I love because you can cut it out this side, you can cut it out this side. It just helps make the paper go that little bit further. I could make a card, I could add it to the album and have that page be one part of the album and this page be another part of the album. Even just as a scrapbook page, you've got one side to the other side, your eyes are drawn. I just love it. I don't know what it is about wood coloring, but I just love it. And on paper, I just can't. It's just adorable. We get the cutter parts. This side is life because it's pink and I love it. So fussy cutting, I'm just not good at it. I try, and sometimes it looks okay. If it's a square, if it's a circle, if it's a triangle, if it's got straight angles, I can fussy cut. No. But I love this side, so I was never going to fussy cut it anyway. We've got another one of the tags. This is a die that you can purchase separately that is this particular size, which I think is awesome that they come out with that. I think I want to invest in their, I'll have to figure out what it is called and I'll have a picture on the screen now. But basically what the Uniquely Creative have come out with is a bunch of dies that go along with your fussy cuts. So it's things that they will always put in. They've given you a die to cut out and I really like that. And I think it's number 1 and number 2 that I've seen that I think I'll get the most use out of. So when they get back in stock, I think I'm going to invest in those because 1, you heard my story 5 seconds ago about not fussy cutting, but 2, there are certain items in here that if I had a die to quickly use it and give me that nice rounded edge, I'd be more keen to use. So we have this fussy cut page. However, I do also really like this. It is giving me like a trippy effect on camera. It's just the black stripes, but either or is beautiful. This is a different kit here. So this one is Nature's Canvas. Once again, wood grain, love it. And it's wood grain on both sides. So that's going to be really hard for me to figure out which side I want to use. Then we have this page and another floral page. And we have 2 of these floral pages, which is great because I do really fancy these particular florals. And although I'm not a particular good fussy cutter, these I think it would be easy to kind of fussy cut, but with like a shadow on the edges. I've also seen a few people doing that kind of style, but once again, you could just cut down here and have this be a project, have this side be a project, and have this side be a project. I'm in my Udi. It is freezing in Victoria right now. And that's what we get from the Storyteller collection. I really like this month's collection. I knew that I would though. Last month's Peonies and Proteas kit was absolutely stunning. I mean, anything that's floral, that's pink, that's got some greenery, it's always going to be stunning. This month's book. What I worked out in last month's book is read the book. before you do a YouTube video. The book told me what to do with those dies. So the dies that we got in last month's subscription were the scalloped edges and then the die that perfectly fits the cutouts. And having a look at the book instantly was just like, come on, it tells me right here what I need to do with them. And it's one of those things, because I'm so linear in this space, I didn't even contemplate that you could use the scalloped one to then layer underneath the cutter parts. And it's, now that I think about it, I'm like, how did I not realize that that's what you're supposed to do with it? But I love the fact that they are versatile. You don't have to use those dies for that particular purpose. But if I had just read the book first, I would have known that. So point, read the book. The book's going to give you lots of examples, but it's not just giving you examples, it's giving you tips, it's giving you ideas that you might not have necessarily thought about, or in my case, things you should have thought about if you were thinking without blinders on. But this one here is the ideas for the Storyteller kit, and it's using a lot of the tags and a lot of the ephemera stuff. I like things like this one here, which I will bring up and let's see if I can get it in shot. So it's giving you an idea of what to use with that particular paper that got that mixed media vibe. The effect of this on this particular project, it will just lift and elevate it. I'm not sure that it will show up on camera, but the tag is being used here. Where am I? Here. And it just kind of gives it that grungy feel. If you were to add flowers in this, it would soften that. If you were to use the industrial kit that we received a couple of months ago and get those pipe dies and play around with the images and cut out some of those, it then adds a masculine feel. And it's things like that that I wouldn't necessarily have thought of if I hadn't have looked at this particular book first. So I love that. That's really cute. We then get the preview of what May is going to look like. So spoilers if you don't want to see. It looks like it is going to be butterflies and very vintage and fairy, and I love it. I love the dies that it looks like you can get as part of the pack. Their words as part of their ephemera packs. I love it. The script font and how they have kind of fussy cut them. I'm a sucker for a really good font, and I find that the font that Uniquely Creative use in their cutter parts is Chef Kiss. It's really, really nice. Let's move on to the actual main kit now. Okay, so here we have the main kit. So what I'm going to do with this particular kit is I am going to first start with the magazine. The book that you get with it has got a lot more pages because you can do a lot more things. You get a lot more items. So I do find it useful to refer to both books. I am glad I have both books because they're not necessarily repeating themselves. They're giving you different ideas for different purposes. So I really like that too. This is April's creative kit, and this theme is Wisteria Lane. So it's a lot of purples, a lot of florals, a lot of butterflies, and just prettiness. What I'm seeing a lot when I am on my Instagram page, which is just Leisha Plans on Instagram, it's linked below, is a lot of scrapbook pages I'm noticing have an additional layer underneath. So they are cutting similar or the same paper and are just ripping them or lifting them up or cutting them with a jagged edge. And I really like that. I know that it's not a new concept. It's been around for quite some time. To outline that photo with another square without layering it on top, I really like that. Like, this kind of concept would work well on a card, would work well in the folios, and of course would work well on the scrapbooking kit. But it's just something that I wouldn't necessarily have thought to do before. And once again, it is because I'm new to this space. If you've been scrapbooking for a really long time, then I'm sure that it's something that is just in your wheelhouse already. But this kind of idea, put foam tape underneath, lift it up, but you're not wasting the paper that was in the middle here. You can use that for another project. So those kind of things I'm really interested in. And then the book goes on to have just a few other things, a few other examples. But these books are extremely useful. As I said, it was my bad in my last video. If I had have just looked at the book, I would have realized what the scalloped die was for, because it clearly showed me in like the front cover. And when I saw this on their Instagram page, I almost lost it. How beautiful is this page in its simplicity? Like, the colors, of course, are to die for, but these ripped pages, I just would not have thought about doing this particular design. I don't know why. I mean, and this is why we go to other people for inspiration, but Kim, well done, because it's just gorgeous. And then once again, we have the preview for the May collection at the bottom of this one. Now for the goodies. So in this month's kit, we're going to get some flowers, some more lace embellishments, dimensional stickers. So, I mean, look at this font. This font alone was enough to convince me to subscribe to the kit. This font here is just stunning. So these are just stuck up on foam. So you just pop them out and stick them on. I love that. That is really cute. Then the die of the kit is this wisteria die here. The creative cuts. These are gorgeous. I love these. My favorite thing that comes in these kits, when they do come in these kits, are the creative cuts that are the vellum with the sticky backs. They are my favorite. So then we get our heavy duty cut apart sheet. But yeah, I think that the die that I was describing to you guys before at the start of the video, that, and as I said, I'll chuck another picture in here so that you can see what I'm talking about. I believe that they've got dies that cut out some of these, but as I said, I'll link it there. I think it's a really great concept. This is pretty. All right, now what you guys have been waiting for. The paper collection. This page here is adorable. I love this section here. You can easily cut this out and create something with it. And then this month on the back, we've got some tips and tricks. Last month we had this, the cut aparts, but on this piece of paper, so it's a bit more flimsy. And this month we have some tips and tricks. So I love that. It just gives you some ideas. And as I've said before, I can't say this enough. I am a newbie in this particular space. I've always loved papers and I've always liked doing the crafty stuff, but I've never had an avenue to kind of do it. I've never done the scrapbooking stuff before, and I love that this particular company is all about new people and giving them the tips and tricks and just the ability to learn something new. And then for people that have been doing this for ages, different ideas and different concepts, because you could find yourself in a rut and you might not necessarily know what to do. It's just such a great concept. As I said, this one gives you some tips and tricks. So page number 1. We get 2 of everything as well. Oh, pretty. Their B-sides are also just as stunning as their main sides. I found it so difficult to choose when I was creating that folio which side of the page I wanted to use because I wanted to see both of them. Oh, these pages, they're just stunning. How gorgeous is she? And I love that they've got the writing on here as well, and it's in the white, and it's just really subtle. Some pinky purple. Flowers. This is really giving me Bridgerton vibes. You know, season 1 of Bridgerton? Who else is waiting for season 3 of Bridgerton? I've never been so excited for a series to come out. Yeah, I don't even think I've ever been this excited for a TV series to come out. For a movie, 100% hands down, it was Harry Potter. I would always get so excited for the books or for the movies. But for a TV show, I just can't. If you are a Bridgerton fan, please comment below, because I think this season is my season. Colin and Pen are by far my favourites, and it's so cute that we've got to watch their story so far. But yeah, this is giving me season 1 of Bridgerton vibes with just the purples and the patterns and everything else. This page is adorable. I'm not sure that you can see it. It is coming up a little bit on camera. We have some letters down here. It says the word love. Then we've got the black text as well. This kit leads well into simplistic mixed media. Rather than having to get a stencil and stencil out the dots and then add the flowers and then add the ink for the black over it already, it's done for you. And I love that because it's not too many layers. Purple again. This is that page that we saw that was cut up, I believe, in the examples or in the suggestions. This is beautiful too. So without seeing that suggestion, I wouldn't necessarily have known what to do with this paper. I think I would have been a little bit intimidated by this space here that doesn't have the lines in it, but then it has the lines in it, so I wouldn't have known what to do. So I can't speak highly enough about the tips and tricks that you get because it just gives me so many ideas. And this kit, probably more so than the other months, and the other months have been just as gorgeous and just as pretty, but I'm just finding myself super duper inspired by this particular collection. And I guess I'm surprised because, as I said before, I didn't think that I would be, but I really am. Whoa, look at this. I love this. This is such a cool cut apart sheet. This is lovely. I love the pie chart, and I have seen this in the tips and tricks, but I wasn't sure if it was just part of a piece of paper, but I love that it's separate. It's one of those moments. I don't want the next page that I flip over to be just as stunning as this one because I really want to use this. And I know I get 2, but I have a problem. If something is too pretty, I never want to use it. I want to keep it and look at it forever, but I really want to use this. But I also want the next page to be really pretty. All right, ready? Let's go. Oh, I really like that too. I'm a big fan of this. I recently posted a video about my journey into alcohol inking. I'll show you a sneak peek. It's not anything fancy. This is my first go at ink blending, and I literally just chucked on every single color that I own to see what would happen and to see how I could play around with texture. But I am a big fan of playing around with this kind of background and creating it using distress oxides. So this page I love, but I love this too. This kit is going to be so hard to use. I might have to go snuggle up another one because I just can't with how beautiful these pages are. Then the girls that the team was talking about. These are cute too. And then we have like a brush strokey purple colour. I love that too. Then we have the hearts. And then on the back, we have more cut parts. So this here would be a great idea for the dies that we got in the last set. You cut that out, and then with the scallop die, you would go cut out a piece of the paper from the other sets. This is gorgeous too. Wow, this month has really shook me. It's so cute. And it's not cute in a like in your face way. I think that I'm finding it so inspirational because it is subtly done. It's not overtly floral. It's not too much of any one thing. It is the right amount of everything. This is gorgeous. If you haven't got your hands on this kit and there are some available, I would highly recommend it. As I said, I am so just inspired by like this. I just can't. But I'm so inspired by what the teams managed to put together as part of their ideas and suggestions this month. There's things in their ideas and suggestions that I really think that I will try to replicate or do my own spin on. And I think a lot of that has to do with the paper itself and how nice it is and how well put together this collection is. So guys, this is the review on the April collection from Uniquely Creative. I cannot speak highly enough of it. And as I said, I've had my first real play around using the paper. It cut beautifully. It layered beautifully, and it is just stunning. I can't wait to play with this one. I can't bring myself to play with it. How am I going to play with it? It's too cute. Okay, I'm going to have to play with it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll hope to see you in the next one. I'll have links to my previous reviews if you'd like to go back and watch them, and I'll have links below to all of these items. Once again, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.